A reported smackdown in the middle of Times Square in New York City. A tourist was arrested after he allegedly tackled a topless woman to the ground. She was apparently one of the street performers known in these parts as Desnudas. Julia Dahl is here with me to talk about this. So, Julia, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So what happened here?
So, reportedly, a man named Mark Walters, who was a bank executive visiting from out of town, according to the New York Daily News.
So, Wall Street dude.
Well,
you know, not the physical Wall Street, but a guy in the finance industry.
Apparently, yes. He, according to the New York Daily News, he was arrested for assaulting a Desnudas, a woman that the story in the Daily News goes that he was taking a picture with her, which is what sort of these women, want. You take a picture with them, right, and then you give them a tip. And apparently, reportedly he went to give them a tip, noticed his wallet was missing, accused the woman of stealing his wallet. They got into some sort of tussle. He was arrested. He was in court yesterday. His attorney reportedly said no, that she was the one who attacked him. So it's unclear what happened.
And we're seeing pictures here of the Desnudas. Where would they put the wallet if?
That is the million-dollar question. Maybe it was a really small wallet. I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about the controversy that these street performers have raised. The Daily News and the New York Post especially have been really reporting this out, sort of hammering it hard about sort of the decline of New York City again.
Right. Oh, Governor Cuomo has said, this reminds him of the bad old days of Times Square, when Times Square was full of drugs and prostitution and X-rated movie theaters. I mean, I think that's a little bit over the top. And Mayor de Blasio, although he has said, I find these women inappropriate, he has said this is not the bad old days of Times Square. But the city actually just last month created a multi-agency task force to figure out, what they can do to maybe stop the presence of these topless women in Times Square. I mean, people in Times Square dressed up, sort of harassing, some would say, tourists has been going on for a long time. People dressed as Elmo have been arrested, Spider-Man, Cookie Monster for getting in fights, for pushing people. The naked cowboy's been around forever. Exactly right. So so this is sort of a time-honored tradition, even in the new, family-friendly.
And we were just showing some pictures of the old Times Square, which I don't want to date myself, but I remember very vividly. And it was kind of a scary place to be. But it's true that a lot of the activity that was happening in Times Square, you had to be an adult to seek them out. This is, as you point out, people on the street. And just in my own personal experience, they are harassing. And, you see these street characters in these mangy costumes, accosting children. And, a little kid is going to want to take a picture with an Elmo, whereas a parent's going to be like, this thing is moth-ridden. And if you don't, you don't have to tip them, but it can get ugly if you don't. Right,
exactly. And just the fact, toplessness is not illegal in New York City. You are allowed to be topless, but you are not, you're free, that's free speech. But free speech doesn't mean aggressively panhandling. So there are ways that the city could potentially crack down on this if they wanted to. And, obviously the mayor has been getting a lot of complaints about these people. If they are harassing people, that is not protected speech.
And it is not illegal to be topless in New York City, right?
It is not illegal to be topless.
So I didn't know until this whole story popped up.
You can definitely be topless in New York City.
I will try
all you want.
All right, Julia Dahl, thank you very, very much. And for more information and to read up on all the big crime stories of the day, go to cbsnews.com/Crimesider.